Good morning student. Welcome to the third video lecture of subject compiler design on the topic bottom-up parsing. In the last lecture we have seen that how does exactly the bottom-up parsing works, what are the various type of LR parsers, what is the working principle of LR parser and all the details. In today's lecture we are going to study concept of viable prefixes and handle in detail with the help of example, and then we shall go for SLR parsing in detail. So to explain the concept of viable prefixes and handle, let us consider an example. Consider the given grammar S tends to XX and another production is X tends to AX or B. Now consider the input to be parsed is AABB. Now we can parse it as follows using rightmost derivation, because the LR parsing uses rightmost derivation in reverse. So let us parse this string using rightmost derivation. So start with the start symbol of grammar S tends to XX. Then scan this right hand side of the production from right to left. The first non-terminal come across is capital X. So this non-terminal we are going to replace with the production X tends to B. So this X is replaced by B using the production X tends to B. Then scan again this right hand side from right to left. Second non-terminal coming across is X again. For this X we are going to use the production X tends to AX. So expand this X using AX. Now again scan the right hand side from right to left. The first non-terminal coming across is this X. This X can be also substituted by the production AX, because we have a production X tends to AX. So this X is substituted by AX. Now our right hand side is AAXB. Again scan the right hand side of the production from right to left, since this is a rightmost derivation, and this X is now substituted by B because we have a production X tends to B. So using X tends to B. Now you can see that we have successfully parsed AABB by expanding the start symbol of the grammar S initially with XX and then substituting all other productions. So here these all steps are called as the sentential form. So a sentential form that occurs in the rightmost derivation of some sentence is called as right sentential form. See, this S tends to XX is also a right sentential form. S tends to XB is also right sentential form. Similarly, AXB, AAXB, AABB. Any of these steps during the rightmost derivation are called as right sentential form. We are going to use this terminology further. Now let us see an example in the form of a bottom-up tree. So the same example we will continue, that we want to parse the input string AABB. So let us start with AABB. So in the first step this B is getting reduced. So this B is getting reduced by X using the production X tends to B. In the next step this AX is going to reduced by X because we have a production X tends to AX. So this AX is reduced by capital X. Now what are the remaining node? A, X and B. So again this AX we are going to reduce it by further X. So this A and X is getting reduced by X. And in the next step, see what we have got is from all these already we have got as X. So this B, the remaining last leaf node of the bottom of tree, we are going to reduce it by X. So what is remaining is X and X. Now this we can reduce by S because we have a production S tends to XX. So this XX is getting reduced successfully by the start symbol of the grammar. So we say that parsing is successful. Now what do you observe from this? See, we can observe from this is that bottom-up parsing is exactly reverse of as that of the rightmost derivation, because we had started with s tends to xx and we reached to s tends to AABB successfully in rightmost derivation. Same we can achieve in a reverse order. We start with AABB as a leaf of bottom up tree, and step by step we go on reducing and reach to the start symbol of the grammar. So here we can conclude that the bottom up parsing is equivalent to rightmost derivation in reverse, because you see here this AABB is the last step, which is AABB is the first step here. The last but one step is AAXB. Here the second step is AAXB. Similarly, but one step here is AXB. Here third step is AXB, and so on. So bottom up parsing is nothing but equivalent to rightmost derivation in reverse, and this terminology we are going to use throughout the LR parsing. So here we substituted the right hand side of production of a grammar at each step. This substituted substring is called handle. So whatever we are substituting at each and every step, that is called as a handle. Now see here, we are writing the same steps again. AABB, which is the bottom of the leaf nodes of the bottom of tree. So here what is the handle in the first step? We had reduced this B. So x tends to B is a handle here. So B we are reducing by x. In next step, if you see, we are reducing AX by x. So here AX is a handle. Whatever we are reducing is the handle. In the next step, we achieve AXB. So here AX we are going to reduce. So this AX is called as a handle here. Now AX is reduced by x. AX is reduced by x. So this AX is reduced by x. Now we got XB, and at this stage we reduce this B by x, and we are going to get XX reduced by S. So whatever is underlined is nothing but the handle here. So if we see the rightmost derivation of the string AABB, we can conclude that bottom up parsing is doing reverse of the rightmost derivation. So we call bottom up parser as LR parser. Why LR parser? First L stands for scanning the input from left to right. Whatever input we are going to parse, that we read from left to right. So first L in LR parsing stands for the reading of input from left to right, and second R stands for doing the rightmost derivation. Just now we have seen that the rightmost derivation in reverse is nothing but the bottom up parsing. So why the name LR is given is because the LR parser reads input string from left to right, and it uses rightmost derivation in reverse. Now this the theoretical definition of handle is here. A handle of right sentential form gamma, right, is given by gamma tends to A dot beta. So here A is something previous to do and B is something after do. So if there is a production given in the grammar, E tends to do, and a position of gamma where do can be found and substituted by E, means here A is something before do and beta is something after do. So here this do can be replaced by E, and here if we are able to do this, then here E tends to do is called as a handle. So substitute by E to get the previous step in the rightmost derivation of gamma, because we are doing rightmost derivation in reverse. Okay. So the handle is not necessarily starting from leftmost position. The handle can be any substring. It is not necessary it should start with leftmost position of the input. So there is importance of input strings which occur at the left of the handle. For example, for the handles of AABB, we have the following set of prefixes. So, see here, consider the same grammar. We are going to see the concept of handle and viable prefixes in detail. Okay. So, consider the same grammar. S tends to XX and X tends to AX or B. Now, what are the handles? Just now we have seen here that the input starts with AABB. So, here first we are reducing B by X. So, B is a handle. In next step, AX we are reducing by X. So, here AX is a handle. In next step, this AX we are reducing by capital X. So, AX is a handle. At this stage, B is a handle because we are reducing this B by X. And finally, XS we can further reduce by capital S, which is the start symbol of the grammar. Now, see here, for these handles, what are the viable prefixes which will be available on top of the stack? So, here if you start from left to right, this A is also viable prefix. Viable prefix means a prefix in which we can find out handle at the top. So, this A is also viable prefix, then AA is also viable prefix and AAB is also viable prefix. Now, here top of the stack is B and B is a handle because we can reduce B by X. Similarly, in the next step, AAXB, what are the viable prefixes? The first A, then first two A's and then AAX. Now, here AX, which is available on the top of the stack, is the handle, and all these are viable prefixes. Then in AXB, A is viable prefix, and in next step, AX is also viable prefix, where AX is the top of the stack, which is a handle. Means handle is top of the viable prefixes. Then in XB, X can be a viable prefix. Then XB also can be a viable prefix, where B is top of the stack, which is a handle. Then finally XX, in that first X is a viable prefix and XX is also a viable prefix. So, here XX is a handle which can be reduced by start symbol of the grammar, that is S. So, the standard definition of viable prefixes are the prefixes of right sentential form. See, just now we have seen the definition of right sentential form is any step in the process of finding out rightmost derivation. That is nothing but the right sentential form. Means any step in the rightmost derivation is a right sentential form. So, viable prefixes are the prefixes of right sentential forms that do not extend beyond the end of its handle. If you observe here, the viable prefix stops at the handle. It does not go beyond it because the top of the viable prefix is a handle which we are going to reduce during the LR parsing. So, viable prefixes can also be defined as the set of prefixes of the right sentential form that can appear on the stack of a shift reduce parser. So, this is an example of the finding out viable prefixes and handle on the stack. So, consider the same grammar. S tends to XX and X tends to AX or B. So, how exactly the shift reduce parsing takes place? See here with the example. So, initially the stack is empty, only $ is available on the stack, and input to be parsed is given input string AABB. End of the input string is also $. So, initially there are no contents of the stack. So, we are just shifting the input onto the stack. So, A is getting shifted on stack. So, after shift, this is the position of the stack, $A. Now, here A is a viable prefix, but A cannot be reduced because there is no right hand side which matches with only A. So, we will be shifting one more time. So, A will be shifted onto the stack. Now, top of the stack is AA. So, top of the stack is AA. Again, AA cannot be reduced because there is no right hand side of the product term which matches with the AA. So, we do not find a handle here. Now, after that, we shift the B onto the stack. So, B is shifted onto stack. Now, see, top of the stack is B and the following alphabets are A, dollar. So here now B is a handle. We know that X tends to B is a production there. So this can be reduced. So we have found out a handle. So if you see here, B is a viable prefix, but handle is only B because we have a production X tends to B. So in this step we can reduce B by X. So once we have found out a handle, we replace this B by X. So now the stack contents are $AAX. Now here again AAX is a viable prefix. Out of that, the top of the stack AX is a handle because we have a production here X tends to AX. So we can call here AX as a handle. This we can reduce by X. So we remove AX from the stack, that is the reduce action of the shift reduce parser, and push the left hand side of the production, that is X, onto the stack. So now here the available content of the stack is $AX. Now again AX is a handle here because we have a production X tends to AX. So we have found out to handle here AX. So we remove AX and push the left hand side, that is X, onto the stack, right? So we have found now removed AX and pushed X onto the stack. In the next step we shift B. So we have shifted B onto the stack. Now content of the stack are $X and B. So here B is also handle which can be reduced by X. So top of the stack is a handle which can be reduced by X. So now content of the stack are $X and X, and input remaining is only $. So we have found out a handle here. So finally in the last step, the XX which is available on the top of the stack is reduced by the start symbol of the grammar, that is S, and this is how we find out the viable prefixes available on the stack, and the top of the stack is always the handle. Now in real practice in LR parsing we use the DFA, deterministic finite automata, to recognize these viable prefixes, and at the end or at the top of the stack when it finds the handle, that is reduced by the left hand side of the production. So this is how we have seen that how to find out the viable prefixes and handle on the stack with example. Now we will see one more problem here related to the same thing, that is finding out the viable prefixes and handle. So the problem is, consider following grammar and show that viable prefixes and handle of each right sentential form for the string opening bracket a comma opening bracket a comma a closing bracket. For the given grammar, S tends to L enclosing the bracket or a, and L tends to L comma S or S. So for this given grammar, we have to first find out the rightmost derivation, that is nothing but the right sentential forms. So initially we start with the start symbol of the grammar S. S tends to L enclosing the bracket using rightmost derivation. So when we scan this right hand side of the production from right to left, the first non-terminal which comes across is L. So we substitute L by L comma S. Why? Because in the input string there are commas. So we want commas in the right sentential form also. So this L is substituted by L comma S. So here handle is L tends to S tends to L enclosed in the bracket. Now again scan this right hand side of the production from right to left. The first non-terminal coming across is S. So we substitute S by L enclosed in the bracket because we have a production S tends to L enclosed in the bracket. So handle is L tends to L comma S. Now this L is substituted by L comma S. Again scan the right hand side from right to left. This L is the non-terminal coming across first. So that is substituted by the handle L comma S. So L is substituted by L comma S. Again scan from right to left. First non-terminal coming across is S. So this S is substituted by A because we have a production S tends to A. So handle is S tends to A. So S is replaced by A. Again scan from right to left. next non-terminal coming is L. This L is substituted by S because we have a production L tends to S. So here handle is L tends to S. So L is replaced by S. Again scan from right to left. This S is replaced by A. We have a production S tends to A, which is a handle here. So this S is replaced by A. Again scan from right to left. The non-terminal which coming across is L. So this L is substituted by S. So L is substituted by S. So handle is L tends to S. Then this S is replaced by A because we have a production S tends to A. So we get opening bracket A comma opening bracket A comma A. This is what is nothing but the input string which we want to pass. So these are all the rightmost derivation and all these steps are called as right sentential form. Now let us see how to find out the handle and viable prefixes using the stack for the same example. So initially the stack is empty. Input buffer consists of the input to be passed, that is opening bracket A comma opening bracket A comma A closing bracket dollar. So initially the stack is having only dollar. So shift opening bracket. So opening bracket is shifted onto the stack, shift A. See, opening bracket is not a handle because we don't have any production where right hand side consists of only opening bracket. So this cannot be reduced. So shift the next symbol. Next symbol is A. So shift A. A is shifted onto the stack. Now A is a handle because we have a production S tends to A. A can be reduced by S. So here viable prefixes are opening bracket A, while top of the stack or viable prefix is nothing but the handle, that is reduced by S. So this A is replaced by S. Now opening bracket and S is not a handle, it cannot be reduced, but only S is the handle because we have a production L tends to S. So this S is replaced by L. So now top of the stack is L. Opening bracket and L cannot be reduced, we don't have any right side matching with this. So the action is next shift. So this comma is getting shifted onto the stack. So comma is getting shifted. Again top of the stack is not a handle. So opening bracket has to be shifted onto the stack. So shift opening bracket. So this opening bracket is shifted onto the stack. Now again top of the stack is not a handle. So what we do is we shift A onto the stack. So A is getting shifted onto the stack. Now if you see the viable prefixes, the top of the stack is A. A is a handle because we have a production S tends to A in the given grammar. So this A is reduced by S. In the next step, the A is reduced by S. Here is one step is missing here. So in the next step, this opening bracket is shifted here, right? So in the next step, after shifting A onto the stack, we reduced A by S. Okay. So now this A is reduced by S because handle is L tend to S. Now further the S is reduced by L because we have a production L tend to S. So here the handle is L tend to S. So previously A was reduced by S and now S is reduced by L. So top of the stack is L. So these are all viable prefixes, dollar opening bracket L comma opening bracket L. Now this comma we have to shift onto the stack, because opening bracket and L cannot be reduced. This is not the handle here. So opening comma is shifted onto the stack. Now top of the stack is opening bracket L comma. So again this is not the handle. So we are going to shift. A is shifted onto the stack. So A is getting shifted onto the stack. Now A is a handle because we have a production S tends to A. So now A is reduced by S. So this A is reduced by S because the handle is S tends to A. So A is reduced by S. Now if you see the viable prefixes, the top of the stack L comma S is a handle here, because we have a production in the given grammar L tends to L comma S. So this L comma S we pop out from the stack and push left hand side L onto the stack. So this is nothing but the reduction. So this L comma S is removed and L is shifted onto the stack. Now again this closing bracket is to be shifted onto the stack. So we are shifting closing bracket onto the stack. Closing bracket is getting shifted. Now if you see the viable prefixes, opening bracket L, closing bracket is a handle because we have a production S tends to opening bracket L, closing bracket in the given grammar. If you see the given grammar, this is the production S tends to opening bracket L, closing bracket. So we are reducing this by S. S is the left hand side of the production. So pop up opening bracket L, closing bracket and shift the left hand side of the production onto the stack. So S is shifted onto the stack. Now if you see the viable prefixes, L comma S is a handle here because we have a production L tends to L comma S. So now we remove L comma S from the stack and push L onto the stack. So L is pushed onto the stack. Now the viable prefixes are dollar, opening bracket L. So this the handle is not available on the top of the stack. So we shift closing bracket onto the stack. So now closing bracket is getting shifted onto the stack. Now top of the stack is opening bracket L, closing bracket. Again this is a handle because we have a production S tends to L and closing the bracket. So we remove these three symbols from the stack and push the S onto the stack. So now the top of the stack is the start symbol of the grammar, that is indication that we accept the string, input string, opening bracket A comma opening bracket A comma A, closing bracket closing bracket. This is a valid string for this given grammar. This is how the bottom up parsing or shift reduce parser work, and we have seen what do we exactly mean by the viable prefixes and what is the handle which we reduce to go ahead step by step towards the successful parsing. So we stop here in today's lecture that we have discussed the definitions of viable prefixes, then definition of a handle, then we have seen with the example how exactly find out the handle, how to reduce it, how to identify the viable prefixes. We have also solved one problem in the previous university paper at how to find out the viable prefixes and handle. So this concept is finished. I hope you have understood everything well. Still if you have got any doubt, you can contact me personally. So we will stop today's lecture, and in the tomorrow's lecture we will start the exact details of the SLR parsing, that is simple LR parsing in detail, and then we also will solve the problems based on SLR parsing. Thank you.